Soft, ambient sounds of a city waking up. A single light clicks on in a small apartment. A man's hands, slightly calloused, gentle, fold a small napkin into a lunchbox. Miles, softly to himself, one sandwich, cut into triangles, apple slices on the side, and the note. Always the note. He slips a tiny folded paper next to the apple slices. On it, drawn in crayon, a stick figure of a father and daughter holding hands. He walks to a bedroom door and knocks 3 times, slow, soft, like a secret code. Miles, Arya? Time to rise and shine, little star. The door creaks open. A girl of about 7, with sleepy eyes and messy braids, rubs her face. She holds out her hand. Miles places a gold star sticker on her palm. She smiles. That's my 100th one, Daddy. You're saving them? For when we need a miracle. He laughs quietly, but his eyes are tired. He hasn't told her that he was laughed out of a boardroom yesterday. He hasn't told her that his boss, Cassandra Vale, called his life's work an amateur side project. He just kisses her forehead and helps her with her backpack. Outside, the city is glass and steel. Heliant Tech Industries towers over the skyline like a monument to perfection. Inside, the air smells of polished marble and expensive coffee. Miles walks through the lobby, past people who don't look at him. He swipes his badge. The turnstile clicks. He is invisible. Around him, voices buzz. Coworker 1, muffled, passing by. Vale is in a mood. The entire eastern grid is showing anomalies. Coworker 2, that's the 3rd time this month. They'll just throw more servers at it. They laugh. Miles grips his old laptop bag tighter. He knows exactly what those anomalies are. He's seen them before. In his simulations, in the late nights when Arya was asleep, he built a protocol to fix them. They told him it was worthless. On the executive floor, Cassandra Vale stands before a wall of live data feeds. Her arms are crossed, her jaw is tight. Her assistant whispers nervously, "Ma'am, the redundancy systems aren't responding. We're seeing a cascading handshake failure across all primary nodes, Cassandra." That's impossible. This building was designed to survive an EMP. Someone designed it, yes, but the original architect left 2 years ago, and the patch we installed last quarter, it's conflicting with the legacy code. Cassandra's eyes narrow. She hates the word legacy. It means something she doesn't control. Get me every analyst on the floor, now. Back on the main operations floor, Miles is at his cubicle. A small desk in the corner, facing a wall that looks out a wall. His screen flickers. Then the screen next to him flickers. Then every screen in the room goes black for 2 seconds. A low hum rises. Then a sharp whine. The red lights begin to pulse. Slow at first. Then faster. An alarm. Distant. Then deafening. People freeze. A woman drops her coffee. A man shouts, "What's happening? It's a system override. Someone's locked the exits." Chaos. Phones buzz. Doors seal with hydraulic hisses. The main display wall fractures into jagged lines of static. Cassandra's voice cuts through the noise from the overhead speakers. "Everyone remain calm. Security is investigating," but her voice wavers. Miles notices. He's seen that waver before, when Arya has a nightmare and pretends not to be scared. It's the sound of someone who knows they're losing control. Miles opens his laptop bag. Inside, next to a worn-out copy of a programming manual, is a small black USB drive. He wrapped a rubber band around it. On the rubber band, Arya drew a tiny star with a marker. He stands up. No one looks at him. He walks toward the central command console. The junior technician is hammering the keyboard. "It's not accepting my credentials. I've been locked out." "Miles, step back, please." The technician stares at him. Miles doesn't wait for permission. He pulls out his old laptop, the one Cassandra mocked, and plugs the USB drive into it. Then he connects a cable from his laptop to the console's auxiliary port. The screen flickers. Then it shows a command line. Cassandra appears at the top of the stairs. She sees him. For a second, she doesn't recognize him. Then her memory clicks. "You, the quiet one, the one with the offline backup idea." "Miles, without looking up. Decentralized emergency response protocol. You called it an amateur side project, Cassandra. That was 2 months ago, Miles. The vulnerabilities were there 2 months ago. I mapped them. 19 critical failure points. You told me to focus on real work, he types. Lines of green code scroll upward. The static on the main display begins to recede, just at the edges. Cassandra, lowering her voice, stepping closer. Can you stop this, Miles? I can reroute around the corruption, but it's not a switch. It's a graft. I have to manually authorize each node to trust the new handshake. How long? 17 minutes if the primary power doesn't fail first. A new alarm sounds. A woman's voice from a speaker. Warning, cooling system offline. Core temperature critical. The room temperature rises. People begin to sweat. Someone cries quietly. Cassandra, to Miles, her voice almost breaking. I didn't listen to you. I should have, Miles. He pauses. He looks at her. Not with anger, with something heavier. Disappointment that is aged into resolve. My daughter believes that people only get ready when they have to. She's 7. She's smarter than most executives I've met. He turns back to the keyboard. His fingers move faster now. On the display wall, a map of the city appears. Red nodes blink, corrupted sectors going dark one by one. But then a single green light, then another, then 5 more. Technician whispering. He's doing it. He's actually doing it. Cassandra watches the green light spread. She sees the name on Miles' old laptop. Anders Miles Home. Not corporate, not approved. Home. He built this in his apartment, at his kitchen table after putting his daughter to bed. She thinks of all the nights she stayed late in her corner office, approving budgets and firing people who asked too many questions. She thinks of the laughter in the boardroom the day she dismissed him. Her hands tremble. She doesn't know if it's from the heat or from shame. Miles speaks without turning around. Node 7 is stubborn. I need someone to physically cycle the breaker on the south wall. Who knows where that is? A hand goes up. A young intern. She's shaking, but nods. I'll go. Miles, wait. Take this. He pulls a folded piece of paper from his pocket. A copy of the same note he puts in Arya's lunch. It has a diagram drawn on it. Simple. Clear, Miles. Follow the arrows. Don't second guess. Just do exactly what it says. The intern runs. 2 minutes later, another green light appears on the map. Node 7 is alive. The core temperature alarm stops. The room exhales. Cassandra steps closer to Miles. She speaks so only he can hear. After this, I want to make it right. A division. Your name on it. Whatever you need, Miles. I don't need a division. I need to know my daughter is safe. His phone buzzes. He glances at it. His face changes. The calm cracks. Text message on screen. School evacuation in progress due to citywide power outage. All parents report to shelter point. Students are safe but shaken. He stands up. The console is still running his protocol. The green lights are spreading on their own now. The graft has taken hold. Cassandra. Miles. You asked if I could stop it. It's stopping itself now. The protocol is live. He unplugs his laptop. He leaves the USB drive in the console. Keep that. It's yours now. Just, next time someone brings you something that might save lives, don't laugh at their laptop. He walks away. No one stops him. The alarms are fading. The red lights are turning green. The building is breathing again. But Miles is already out the glass doors, running toward the sidewalk, towards the city that almost collapsed, towards the only person who ever believed he mattered. Outside, the streets are crowded with confused people. Phones are dead. Traffic lights are dark. But children are being led out of a school building by teachers with flashlights. And there, standing on the curb, holding a teacher's hand, is a little girl with messy braids and a backpack covered in star stickers. She sees him. She lets go of the teacher's hand. She runs. Arya! He catches her, lifts her, holds her so tight that she giggles. You're squeezing too hard. Miles, sorry, baby. I just needed to make sure. Arya, did you fix it? The thing you were sad about? He pulls back, looks at her face, at the gold star sticker still stuck to her palm, slightly wrinkled now. Yeah, I think I did. Told you, the world wasn't ready yet, he laughs. It's wet and tired and real. Around them, the city begins to reboot. Lights flicker back on in windows. Car horns honk in relief. Somewhere behind them, Heliant Tech Industries stands quiet and stable, its crisis averted by a man no one saw coming. Later that afternoon, every screen in the building, every monitor, every display wall, every tablet lights up with a company-wide video feed. Cassandra Vale stands at a podium. Her face is different, softer. She doesn't have notes. At 9:07 this morning, this building began to fail. Not because of bad code or faulty hardware, because of arrogance. Mine. 2 months ago, a systems analyst named Miles Anders presented a protocol that would have prevented today's crisis.